agreement plan to develop our defence relationship together for a new era of threat, and we do so for good reason.
In a significant step toward enhancing European security, the UK has formally joined Norway's program to develop innovative offshore support vessels, confirmed in a major new defense pact announced in early December 2025, known as the Luna House Agreement. This agreement deepens naval cooperation, focusing on countering threats in the North Atlantic and integrating autonomous tech, with the UK seeking offshore support vessels to support its own transition to uncrewed systems. For the UK, the program addresses the need for ocean-going patrol craft, potentially serving as a replacement for older vessels like the Batch 1 Rivers class. The pact comes at a time of heightened global instability, with Russian naval activity posing an increasing risk to critical infrastructure. Over the past 2 years, detections of Russian vessels near UK waters have surged by 30%, including incidents like the tracking of the Russian intelligence ship Yantar on the edge of UK territorial waters north of Scotland. These vessels threaten underwater cables and pipelines that carry essential communications, electricity, and gas across the North Atlantic. Based on these threats, these new offshore support vessels will act as mobile, modular motherships for autonomous underwater vehicles and drones, significantly boosting naval combat in the high north by enabling persistent, large-scale mine hunting, seabed surveillance, and undersea warfare against threats like Russian submarines and hybrid attacks on infrastructure such as cables and pipelines. They provide command, control, and launch platforms for uncrewed systems, enhancing endurance, flexibility, and force protection in complex Arctic environments, while complementing advanced frigates like the Type 26 in a new integrated naval alliance. At the heart of the agreement is the UK's participation in Norway's program to build advanced offshore support vessels. Estimates suggest the program could involve procuring up to 5 hulls, potentially built abroad, such as at Romania's Varde shipyard, to control costs before final outfitting in the UK or Norway. The total expense is projected to be under £1 billion, offering cost-effective enhancements to naval capabilities. The program builds on Norway's expertise, with a key candidate being the Kongsberg Vanguard concept. The Kongsberg Vanguard is a modular multi-role offshore support vessel developed by Kongsberg Defence and Aerospace in partnership with Salt Ship Design, emphasizing affordability, adaptability, and integration of unmanned systems. It leverages commercial shipbuilding standards to cut costs by up to 50% compared to traditional warships, with build times as short as 2 years in commercial yards. Designed as a mothership for autonomous operations, it supports manned, remote, or autonomous modes for unmanned aerial vehicles, unmanned surface vessels, and unmanned underwater vessels, enabling extended endurance from hours to weeks via manned-unmanned teaming through its combat management system. Available in sheltered water platform and blue water platform variants, the Vanguard typically measures around 100 to 130 meters in length, with a displacement of 3,500 to 5,000 tons. It features integrated full electric propulsion for efficient low-fuel operations, achieving speeds of 18 to 20 knots, and high endurance with condition-based maintenance, offering 30% more sea time than conventional vessels. Crew requirements are minimal at 16 to 20 personnel, reducing operational costs while maintaining high availability. Key capabilities include a multi-purpose hangar with elevators and handling systems for launch and recovery in sea states up to 5+, supporting helicopters, drones, and unmanned vessels. Its plug-and-play modular design uses ISO standard containers for rapid mission swaps in hours, covering roles like maritime surveillance, anti-submarine warfare, mine countermeasures, area denial, hydrographic surveys, search and rescue, and harbor protection. Installed baseline modules include sensors like ESA radar and sonar, while deployable ones add weapons such as naval strike missiles, adapted NASAMS air defense, guns, or towing gear, transforming them into multi-role platforms suitable for patrol duties in regions like the North Sea or the Arctic. The system doubles survey area coverage compared to traditional Navy ships, with open architecture for NATO interoperability and hybrid IMO military standards for resilience in extreme conditions. The Royal Navy should replace the River Batch 1 offshore patrol vessels with UK-Norway offshore support vessels to modernize its fleet amid evolving threats, manpower constraints, and budgetary pressures. As these aging 2003-era ships approach their 2028 out-of-service date without a direct replacement program. Key reasons include significant cost savings, with the program estimated under £1 billion versus building new minesweepers or offshore patrol vessels. Operational advantages like modularity for diverse payloads, for example guns, missiles, and sensors. Persistent presence without risking personnel in hazardous Arctic environments, and flexibility to adapt to NATO's high North priorities. And alleviating shipbuilding strains on yards focused on larger combatants like Type 26 frigates, while boosting industrial cooperation with Kongsberg and BAE systems. Overall, this shift toward autonomous swarms creates a more resilient, adaptable force, addressing manpower shortages and geopolitical challenges more effectively than maintaining outdated manned platforms. The Royal Navy is switching to unmanned systems as part of a major fleet rebuild prioritized in the 2025 Strategic Defense Review, aiming to enhance technological transformation, undersea capabilities, and integration with traditional warships for greater maritime dominance amid evolving global threats. This shift addresses escalating challenges like Russian submarine activities and hybrid attacks on critical infrastructure in the North Atlantic and High North, while bolstering carrier strike groups in the Indo-Pacific region through hybrid forces combining AI-driven drones with crewed vessels. Initiatives like Babcock's Armor Program, tests of Rattler unmanned vessels, and UK-Norway offshore support vessels underscore ambitions to create autonomous swarms for anti-submarine warfare, mine countermeasures, and logistics, positioning the UK as a leader in naval autonomy with deployments accelerating from 2026 onward. This partnership not only fortifies NATO's northern flank, but also demonstrates the UK's renewed focus on European security through bilateral alliances, complementing deals with Germany and France. By pooling resources, the two nations can achieve economies of scale, reducing costs, while enhancing warfighting readiness. Experts praise Norway's efficient procurement process, contrasting it with the UK's historical delays, and see the modular design as versatile for future threats. As development progresses, with potential builds starting soon and vessels entering service by the early 2030s, this collaboration marks a pivotal evolution in naval warfare. By leveraging innovation in uncrewed systems, the UK and Norway are positioning themselves at the forefront of undersea defense, ensuring the protection of vital infrastructure against emerging threats.